Hey guys, this is Apple Gamer 24/7. I'm here to give you guys a tour of my dock. This is like a yearly tradition I do on my channel. I usually give you guys a tour of my dock around the holidays. But also, guys, if you wanna tell me if you want a new what's on my iPad and what's on my iPhone video, just post it down below and I'll make those videos too because I think I did those over the summer. And I'm not sure if those are changed or not, but if they're worth updating, I will update them because this is like my what's in my series because this is when I usually do my dock. And if you guys want my iPhone and iPad, I'll definitely make those videos as well. I also was thinking about doing a what's on my Launchpad video, but that wouldn't really do anything in my opinion. But if you guys do want to see, I wouldn't mind making that video either. So anyway, guys, let's get started. And also, before I begin, I just want to say that I have a cold right now, so if I sound just a little bit weird, that's the reason why. So anyway, let's jump right into this. The first application that I have right here is the Finder. This is the basic Windows Explorer equivalent, but it's for the Mac. You can browse all your files, and this is basically where you navigate around the Mac interface. It never closes for those noobs out there. It always stays open. The Mac App Store, this is the app store that Apple created, I believe, last year for Mac apps, and I don't really usually shop here that often. There's really nothing that interests me. Most of the applications are paid, in my opinion. There's not really good free ones, but if there's a better free section, I would probably buy here a lot, but there's really not much free section, and there's not really interesting to me because I usually got them already before this even launched. So, yeah, if you're a new Mac user, definitely recommend looking for applications here. But if you're experienced Mac users, the internet works fine. But this is also cool if you just want to browse around. But anyway, close out of this. Mail. This is Mail 5. This is probably the best email client I ever used ever. I tried Outlook, and I think it's called Thunderbird, and I didn't like them, but this is definitely helped me. I have two email accounts in there, and it syncs it and it does everything just great. Haven't had too many problems with mail, but I still have to use the browser occasionally on other computers. But I definitely recommend if you for Mac users, you definitely use mail instead of using the browser. Safari, this is my default web browser. I like this better than Chrome or Firefox for my only reason is that it syncs with my iPhone and iPad. Because if I want to read a news story on my computer and I'm not there reading it, if I'm going out somewhere, I can add it to my reading list on my Safari on here, and it translates over on my iPhone or iPad. So that's why I really like Safari, and I also think it's really fast. I don't really see too big of a speed difference between this and Chrome, but I digress. So anyway, iChat. This is iChat. Basically a AIM instant messenger, Google Talk thing that comes on every Mac. I don't really like Facebook chat for some reason. Never really understood it. Actually, nobody really talks to me on that, so I mainly use this to talk to people when people are online, which I have this open all the time just for random chatting purposes. Google Chrome. This is my secondary browser in case Safari isn't working, and also has good web development plugins in here that I like to use. I don't like really Chrome on the Mac as a default browser. Like I said, I use Safari, but on Windows, I really do like Chrome for some reason. I don't like it on the Mac. Skype, basically a voice over IP. You can use this to make video calls or audio calls to friends and family. Free, unless you have credits that you can call out the landlines or something. Preview is a PDF reader that comes on every Mac. iPhotos is part of the iLife suite. This is what I use to manage my photos. Really nice program. Adobe Photoshop CS4. I really like this too. This is what I use to make graphics for websites or anything. You mainly use this or doing any particular high quality photo editing, which I don't usually do too much of because I don't really know how. But if I ever use this, I mainly use this to make graphics. iCal is basically my calendar. iMovie, which is my second video editor. I used to use this for all my videos, but I recently transitioned over the summer to Final Cut Pro 10. I was not really liking it in the beginning, but after I got used to it and learned all the controls, it's really easy to jump from iMovie to Final Cut. Really like this version. I see where professionals have a problem with it, but for somebody like me who's just making YouTube videos, it really does work well. Motion 5, this is like a part of the Final Cut Studio package. This is about $30. And what this does, it allows you to make intros and do all this video graphics, particle effects stuff. Really nice program, a little bit more advanced, but it's not really too hard to grasp if you know Final Cut and stuff like that. Compressor, this is a video compression thing that I can stick a video in there, and if I want to decrease the file size, I can do that. I mainly use this for my At Your Own Risk AYOR on the iJuice360 channel because the files for that can be about maybe 2 to 4 gigabytes in size, and I usually can get the files crunched way down using this and still keep my HD quality, which I like a lot. iTunes, basically I know what iTunes is. It's the way you listen to music on the Mac, and this way I sync my iPhone and iPad. QuickTime Player, this is a video watcher, but I don't really use it too much because it doesn't read everything like it should, but there's other alternatives out there. ScreenFlow I'm using right now to record my screen. This is what I use to make all my ScreenFlow videos and how I do some of the effects in my videos. Actually, I use ScreenFlow as well. So this is a really powerful video editor. There's a 30-day trial, but after that, the $100, but I say it's totally worth it. I'm iTV. This is what I use to record footage off my Hauppauge HD PVR. This is really nice. It records in HD and also exports in HD. It plays nice with Final Cut Pro 10. So if you're on a Mac and you use the Hauppauge HD PVR, I definitely recommend iTV because it's a really nice application, very easy to use. VMware Fusion, this is what I use to run Windows 7 on my Mac. As you can see, I'm doing some programming here. I'm doing a program in C#, and this is basically what you use to program on C#. I haven't found a Mac version that does C#, but if there is, I'll probably download it and get rid of this. But for right now, only using Windows for programming C# and other things. But that's just besides the point. Let's see here. Time Machine, don't really use that anymore because it takes up too much space. That's basically the automatic backup tool for macOS 10. System Preferences is the control panel equivalent for the Mac that we find on Windows. Twitter, this is my Twitter application. I usually have it on my secondary display because I usually use it for my articles, and some people just post some really good articles. So yeah, that's mainly why I have that open over there. Microsoft Word, pretty self-explanatory. PowerPoint is pretty self-explanatory. Transmission is a torrent downloader for Mac. This is my favorite one. I tried uTorrent and Views, but I don't really like those. I like this better because it's very clean and very simple. And the last application I have open here is Evernote. This is a program that allows me to sync notes between my iPhone, my iPad, and my Mac. All wirelessly, so I don't have to plug in my iPad or my iPhone or iPad to this and sync notes. It does it over the air, which I like a lot. So this is what I use to keep track of all my video notes. So anyway, guys, that was about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too long. If you guys have any questions about any of the applications you've seen in this video, just post them down below. And I will see you guys in the next video.